Hello, how are you guys? Can you hear me well? Because I'm using my broke mic, my broken mic. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. It's falling apart slowly, but we are going to make it work until the end of the year. It's going to give it its all because I don't trust the other one. How are you guys? How are you doing today? How are you feeling the Christmas coming? Mmm, I like it. I like it. It sounds interesting. Yeah, I cannot believe it either. It was, yes, it went by so fast. I don't know if we said this the other year, the prior year before this, but I think that this one, I don't know why. I think that personally, for me, um, I think that it went by like I'm okay, but I cannot say like you know when you have those years that you're like, oh, this year was special, or it had this. For 2024, I think I went on automatic. I think that it was um, like it was a year that it just went by, not um, it's like I learned valuable lessons, but it's not like, oh, this happened to me, um, that it impacted me, or um, no. I think that I just want this year to be over. Like there's this like an exhaustion. Like, yeah, like I hope I don't have a year like this again. Like that. Like I don't know how to explain it, and this is not to say that it was without any events, because definitely I had things going on, especially when it comes to my health. Remember, guys, that there were a lot of months of speculations, about um, what was going on. But besides that, and also when it comes to relationships, like um, I met people, but they weren't like that special. Like that, like when you meet people that you're like, wow, this person is special, or this friendship is special, or this group of people that I met, they are so cool. No. The only thing I can say is about our community, that I was able to meet, different subscribers, that there's a lot of people joining sometimes the community. But in my case, from what I feel like is going on in my country these past 2 years, there's this sensitivity in the air, especially when it comes about money, jobs, um, um, you know, um, people being very unsatisfied, the person that has a stable job, complains about, their routine, and that they don't have free time, or that they don't have quality time to spend with their loved ones. The people that don't have, a special someone, they are, struggling with finding, also, like, there's something about relationships that I think that it hasn't changed. We are in a very chaotic era for relationships. Like, I actually get very happy for my friends when they start meeting someone new. But usually it doesn't end very well. It doesn't end very well. Also, me, when I meet someone, there's this weird vibe of the other person is like, oh, let's see where this goes. And you're like, well, no one, like, yeah, let's see, because, I'm not asking you to marry me. Like, I'm also seeing, I'm also looking around. You're not my only option. But there's this, wariness, like, oh, please, like, don't fall in love with me because, like, I'm just looking. And I'm like, okay. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys won't go through the same over there where you are, but for me, just seeing my friends, and if we talk about relationship or our feelings or how we feel, our emotions, is there's always drama. So the only people that I can say that have like stable relationships is people that they have known each other for forever. Like, they had grew up together, like they are like, they had been boyfriend and girlfriend ever since like high school. Those people are going strong. But the people that want to try to find love again is tough. Uy. Hello, Vanes Pro. It's good job to have funny voice. So, yeah, I like it, Samara, for you. Yeah, I like it. And if we talk about K-pop, also. Not a great year. It's like we just want to wrap this up. It's like, let's go home. Let's wake up to another year, because this one. Hello, Yashoda. Because my current job goes dead after Christmas. But you had been there for a while, right? Like a year almost? Was it is it a year that you had been working in there? Kenneth, and it's been a year, yes. K-nets and C-nets were pessimistic. Same. Same. Just people on the internet, I think, are pissing me off. I'm like, how come there's certain people that are so dumb? Like, I don't understand certain things, but well. This year was so sad. Yeah, yeah, it was. Oh, yes, exactly. Yeah, I agree, Samara. Why? Like, oh my God. I don't know. I like K-pop and everything, but that part of, the fans having this culture of being like this maniac with the artist, I think that they took the parasocial part too far. And I know it's a business, of course, that, for the people that make these groups, this is great. But for the artist, it must be so like, oh, I cannot, I cannot even think, like, what must going on inside the mind of people. Like the level of PTSD that they must have after this, like running into these crazy people or hearing from them. It's just that they normalize it. They normalize it so much, and it's like now we see it. Like we as international fans, we see it, and we're like, whoa. But yeah, it's not going to change because it was already established like that. So it's not going to change. It's part of what they created. And I think that this, like, unless someone very, like, influential speaks up, but I don't think so. And closing out winter, she's moving about. Yeah. Yeah, the girls told me that the other day, yes, about winter. Hyper and Rice had some crazy fans. I have never seen anything like that. And they are fairly new, like the groups. So I wonder, like, why, why do they get those specific crazy fans? Oh, yeah. Both groups debuted in 2020, so it's been about 4 years, going on 5. Oh, 4 years already? Wow. Wow. I'm getting old, guys. I know that I'm getting old, but I don't know. If I'm getting old, you too, guys. So, we have been here for a while. I got into K-pop because of BTS, so. But I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I just thought I was having fun. I didn't think that, people were this invested like this. Like, I know fans. I know that, that in history there had always been some crazy fans. But this is like a lot of communities being crazy. And it's like, if you are not a crazy fan, it's like you are not part. Okay. I will tell you who I have on my list for today's reading. That the reading is about how do idols react when faced with challenges. And I have on my list a few people. I have Ateez Jongho. Is it Jongho or Jongho? I always get confused. I always confuse it. I think that I remember how, but then when I have to say it, I forget. Okay, then Ateez Jongho, Enhypen Jungwon. Now that we are talking about him, Enhypen Jungwon. Stray Kids IN. I have IU. I have Blackpink Jisoo, Treasure Haruto, NCT leaders Taeyeon, Kun, and Sion, actress Seo Yeji, and in general Riize members. Now that we are talking about these groups, you know, facing this the Luluness, I guess it speaks Jongho. Because it's not difficult, it's just that I forget, and because I don't talk about him that often, so when I have to say it out loud, I'm like, okay. But let's start. I'm going to start early because, you know, I have a baby. I have a baby, my responsibility, so I have to do things quick because I have to go and feed the baby, the new baby of the house. For those who don't know, it's not a real baby, it's a cat. It's a kitten. I don't have children of my own. Kali is her name. Okay. Ateez Jongho then. When he faces challenges, how does he act? Very Libra of him. He got the justice. Okay. For Ateez Jongho from the Oracle, we have the card of Heart Healing. Heart Healing. We have Justice. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, definitely for him with the heart feeling, the heart healing, I think that he's a very emotional guy. Probably his challenges, all of them have to do with how he processes emotion. With how sometimes he gets stuck when it comes to certain feelings. But he recognizes it very fast. that probably he's a very sensitive person, very sensitive. This is why it feels like his heart chakra is the first one that gets affected when he has challenges. So there's something about him with the Justice and with the Ten of Wands. There's this feeling of, I have to find balance in me. I have to go back to my center. And somehow also drop the wands, drop the baggage, drop the burden. Probably he pressures himself very much. So the Justice in the middle is like the regulator. It's like the one that says, cut it. Like, you gave enough. Stop adding more pressure to yourself. Stop making it so heavy for yourself. He probably doesn't complain, doesn't say anything until it's taking. I think that probably when he feels the burden, when he feels so tired, he probably doesn't express, or is not very good at expressing how he feels inside, especially emotionally, because the hurt healing is like, you have to go back to the feelings. Probably he would attribute, the tiredness, the exhaustion, him feeling a bit uneasy or he feeling not so happy. He would attribute this to, because we are working so much or we are doing so much. So I think that is that I'm tired, I need a break, or I had been feeling a lot of pressure. And no, probably it has to do with him not knowing how to express his emotions correctly. So it seems like his heart chakra closes. So definitely he feels like this. Like, he's a very silent person, so probably he does a lot of things or he takes responsibilities because he cares. And it's like love language for him to do a lot for the people that he loves. But he doesn't let his emotions run. It's very odd because even though he feels very much, he doesn't let it express. So the Justice in the middle is very concise. It's like, you don't have to go to the extremes. You don't have to go to the extremes. You can find balance. When you give something to others, like, find the balance. You don't have to resent your loved ones because you are giving too much, or accusing them of something, or just being angry at certain people because you don't know how to express how you feel. He's a very sensitive person, but I think that the first thing that he does, he closes off. He closes his heart off. And when you ask him, okay, how you feel, how are you feeling, he doesn't tell you. He doesn't tell you. This is why his heart chakra needs a lot of healing, because he needs to let his emotions flow. I don't know, there's something about him probably wanting to act tougher than what he actually looks. I don't know, maybe there's something about him, like, I don't want to seem weak or that I'm too sensitive, so this is why, I act tough, or I just don't complain and I do a lot of things. He overworks himself. Yeah. The Ten of Wands he gives me, the kind of person that goes to the gym and just has this very muscular body, and they work out extra hours. And well, he is like that. Like, I want to build like this tough exterior, so people will not hurt me. But the Justice is like, you have to find the balance. Also, he's a Libra, so he has to find the balance. It's like, you don't forget that you are also a Venusian man. Even though you maybe don't want to remember this or recognize this in yourself, you are a Venusian man. So, it's also about being loving and cute from time to time, and that's okay. That's not going to, you know, damage your this sportive side or your masculine self. It's okay. It's okay to be a bit soft and to be a bit cute, and to be beautiful and just like very sensual. It's okay to be sensual. It's okay to ask for love. I think that there's something about him. He cannot be cute or sweet of being like, oh, please love me. He gotta learn from William. Definitely. Probably he needs more. I don't know if he has water placements, but it seems like his heart chakra, like there's something about him not knowing how to express emotions correctly. So yeah, he needs some heart chakra healing because it feels like a rock, like it's becoming harder and harder to get to him. Yes, his members will love he expresses himself more. So, yeah, I bet they worry also. I bet they worry. They are like, is he okay? Because he's doing a lot, non-stop. Like, is he okay? Should we do something? Should we say something? But he's a tough guy. It's just that it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. Okay, I'm going to continue with Enhypen Jungwon in these moments of challenges, really. Oh. A lot about equality. It's like give and take. Give and take. The way you have to manage these matters is the challenges is give and take. Do not exceed from giving. It's like, if you're going to give a statement, be concise. If you're going to say to do something, do this, but do not give too much. Well, Jungwon is special, definitely. We have the card from the Oracle, we have the card of awareness. So definitely Jungwon is a very special guy, he's a very special man, very intelligent, just very sharp. Mentally, he sees it all. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Very intelligent. He uses his intellect. He uses his intelligence. He measures the way he becomes rational, I would say. Maybe he is a rational person, especially in moments of challenge. Yeah, definitely. But with awareness, I think that probably his talent is to be very present in the challenging moments. In the sense that he is very much aware and he shows up. I think that this is very fitting from what we had seen of him, him showing up and just, talking about this or mentioning this that happened. Just like, it's like awareness, like I'm awake. I know what is going on. I know what people are saying about me. I'm aware of this. I know this. It's not like, like someone that is like acting dumb, like, oh, I don't know what is going on. Oh, no, I don't, he confronts the issue Also, I believe he gathers information as well, because I see that for him it's like, okay, I need to face this. Like, don't hide information from me. Like, I need clarity. Like, I need to see, like, what is going on. What is going on? I need to see it. Six of Pentacles is like, what can I do? What can I do to help? What is it requested of me in these challenging moments? How do I give of myself? How much do I give of myself to fix this? He also gets very much involved. He's present. He's present. He's so awake, literally. He's so awake. It's like someone that he's really interested in what is going on, what is causing this, but not in a place of like, I want to know, like why this is happening. No, he's like, I need to be updated. Like, okay, what is it? Like, because it's about me, so tell me about it. Don't hide anything from me. He's very studious also, very calculative, very strategic. And with the Six of Swords, he's like, my way of facing this is to resolve this, to get involved so I can move on. The Six of Swords is all about moving on. It's all about moving on. Like, I showed up, I did what I had to do, I helped, I was generous, I was cooperative. Okay, now that is fixed, I have to move on to my next chapter or to my work. Let me go back to work. I'm a busy person. So he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't get involved emotionally. He's not, this is why I'm like, he's very rational, because he's very sensitive. With the card of awareness, definitely he has a sixth sense. He's very, very intuitive, very intuitive. I think that he knows when people lie to him, or when people, especially people that work for the group, when there's certain people that omit information. He's very intelligent, he knows. It's just that sometimes he plays dumb, so he doesn't argue with certain people, but he knows. He knows who works to help the group be better, and he knows the people that sabotages the group. He knows it. He's just wide awake. He's so awake. He's so awake. But at the same time, when challenging moments appear, he gets organized and he resolves it. Just like that. No emotions, no panicking, no denial. It is what it is. Let's resolve this because I have to be in places, so I need to go. Can we be done with this? Because I need to go. He is like this. Okay, Fluffy. Yeah, I'm very impressed with his maturity. Very impressed. I think that Bumpy D made a great decision about putting him as a leader. Definitely. Definitely. And it's paying off. It's paying off. Because he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Definitely. He has the soul of a gentleman. He shows up. He's not a, and I'm sure that he had people that were like, oh, don't worry about it, we will handle it. And he was like, no, I have to get involved. I have to do something. His probably is also going to be my bias soon, so yeah, wait for me, girls. Okay, I'm going to continue with Stray Kids IN. How does he act when or react when faced with challenges? Also to remind you all that on Friday I'm going to upload a Stray Kids reading for 2025. It's going to be in my channel in the video section. I like it also for IN. Okay, for Stray Kids IN, we have the card of Truth. Also. Beautiful. A major arcanas also. Temperance. Also, the Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Just, no, he doesn't get involved. He doesn't get involved. I think that there's something about IN also with the card of truth that I think that when challenging moments come, for him it's information. For him, definitely it's information. He's like, okay, what is going on is showing me something. It's part of something that maybe I wasn't paying attention or I wasn't aware of certain things. I think that he's also someone that is very honest. He's very transparent. Probably a bit naive, I would say, because, you know, with the Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune, he has this, I don't want to say he has like magical thinking, but there's something about him thinking that, you know, at the end, everything is going to be okay. And it's a very optimistic and healing view, you know, and it's also very spiritual, his view. You know, he probably, I don't know if he is like religious, if he does pray or something like this, but he has to ask a wish when challenging moments come his way, is for things to be over soon and for him to be able to move on. At the same time, with truth, maybe with the years, he had sort of learned to demand the truth of things. I don't know if maybe in the past when there were certain challenges and he was involved in those challenges, maybe people tried to hide it from him or tried to hide the details or what was going on with him, you know, why he was involved or why it happened to him, you know, just sort of trying to protect him. I think that there's something about people hiding things from him so he wouldn't get affected, you know, because people are like, no, we have to protect him because maybe they see him very sensitive or very young. But I think that there's something about him nowadays that he's like, please tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. I will bear it. Like, just don't lie to me. Don't sugarcoat things. I will be able to achieve this ability to move on if you stop hiding things from me. Tell me the truth. I'm ready. If it's my fault or if I was involved in something, please let me know so I can learn in advance. And also so I can heal, because the Temperance is about, you know, you going through this flow of like, I accept, okay, this happened, okay, where I'm going to find an answer or a way to be better or to do this better, but I want to combine efforts to go through this as harmonious as with all the harmony that I can have, and so I can flow with this. But I think that the first thing that when there's something going on, that I think that it's not about him, probably it's him and other people, but he is involved. He is involved somehow. So he's like, why don't you guys tell me that it's also my fault? Or if I was responsible in some aspect, just let me know. I'm not going to break. I'm not a child anymore. I don't know if maybe people had lied to him and he find out. And it makes him feel worse. You know, when people sugarcoat things for him, it makes him feel worse. Because he's like, then I get stuck in the idea or the obsession that things could have been better if I knew. If I had that piece of information, maybe I would have acted differently. So yeah. But also his energy feels so much like I want to also keep advancing. When challenging moments come my way, I want to be like wise enough to be able to transmute all this, all the negativity or all the low vibration, all the worries, and I want to be able to transform this and move on. Because he has the wheel of fortune, so he also is like, please don't let me get stuck with guilt here. I want to keep advancing. I want to resolve this and move on. It's just a phase. It's not the end of the world. He definitely has become more mature. Definitely his maturity, his outlook of life, he's a different person. But yeah, truth is important. He's like, please don't lie to me, please. I demand to know the truth. Yeah, actually, Fluffy, it was Yashoda's idea. She remember that we talked about this the last live stream. Yeah, and I wrote it down. Remember? Okay, I'm going to continue with IU. Yeah, Yashoda, I believe Yashoda is a Gemini, so, it makes sense she had been provided some interesting ideas. My community is full of air element people. IU pseudonym, yeah. Okay, for IU, we have the card of understanding. We have the Fool, and we have the Death card. So definitely for IU is like also major arcanas. It's so impactful, She's like, yeah, I get it. Now let's move on. It's like, I got the message. Okay, this is what is going on. But also, if there's something that, for example, in the challenging moments, if there's people that actually is making her life more difficult or challenging, or they are not adding solutions, but instead they are bringing drama, she gets rid of all of them. She does some detox. She does some detox. And it's like, let's start over. I don't need you. Okay, I understand. With the kind of understanding, I think that first of all, it shows how mature she is, or maybe how she had come to this level of maturity and wisdom. I think that for IU, this keyword of understanding is very important, because probably she had faced a lot of betrayal, or just there's something about her just being left alone while facing challenges in her life, not understanding, like, okay, why am I going through this alone, or why am I taking care of this if this is not my problem? Probably, I don't know, helping others, or bringing solutions for others, that it doesn't necessarily has to do with her, but she had to take responsibility, or she had to act or react to save others, maybe her loved ones, maybe her family, maybe her friends. But I think that with time she was able to discriminate, to distinguish, okay, out of all this drama, these challenges, which one of these belongs to me? And which one of these belongs to someone else? Because there's something about I use energy that I think that it feels like she had done charity for a very long time. For a very long time. While her on her own, just trying to make it alone. Like her being there for others, but when it was her time, her challenging times, actually facing everything alone. Everything alone. So this is why I think that now she's like, you will not fool me again. With the fool, literally, is like I remove myself from any kind of contract, loyalty, any kind of connection that makes me feel like I owe you something, or that I have to do something for you because you cannot save yourself, so I have to save yourself. I have to resolve your problems. She's like, no, I'm going to play dumb, or I'm going to start all over somewhere else, and I'm going to do some changes in my life. I'm going to disappear even for a bit, so I can teach you the lesson that you will not always take advantage of me, and you will not find me available like I used to be. I used to be very open, very available. I used to be like everyone's savior, but now no more. So definitely, I think that probably poor woman, she had to go through a lot to get to this understanding. Because also there's something about her probably for a very long time being in denial about maybe she had people that were really damaging her. And maybe they called themselves her friends, her loved ones. Oh, because we love you, we wouldn't want to trouble you, but we need your help. And her being there. But then she understood that there was like a very sick dynamic in there. That she was like, at the end, when I need someone, I'm all alone. I don't have anyone. I only can trust myself. So that's when she started. She very quietly and very elegantly removed herself, just very quiet, in silence. Remove herself from those toxic places. She's like, she grabbed her things and started all over. I think that also her method is to start all over all the time. It's like to introduce change. I think that for her, maybe in the past, to change, especially I think that it's not about her as a singer, it's as a person, to move, for example, or to change houses and choose, or maybe travel somewhere that that is far away from the people that she knows. She probably is someone that she needs to be in the same place, or maybe she was routinary at some point. So maybe, if my family needs me, they know where I am. But there's something about her with the Fool and the Death card that now she doesn't do that anymore. She prefers to be like a ghost, like I'm not available, I gotta go, like I'm traveling somewhere, and disappear from the people. So they stop like looking for her, because it seems like every time they look for her is because they need something from her. And the challenges actually is for her to be able for her to be able to see that actually maybe some of the biggest challenges, they weren't about her. It was more about other people's issues, not so much about her. So it seems like she has to be like a bit unavailable, so people, just let her breathe, because. But guys, fame is like this. I cannot imagine how it must be, to be famous and to have, if you have like, relatives, or if you have friends, or people that are cloud chasers, like. Oh, wow, no. Wow. Yeah, she's like, I'm not available. I'm not answering anymore. You will not find me. But she had to get it, because maybe at first she was like, oh no, they're just good people. I'm just going to help them once. But no, got it. Okay. I'm going to continue with Blackpink Jisoo. Jisoo, how does she react when faced with challenges? Like it, I like it. Also, these cards, it's been a while since I used this oracle, but actually it's very nice. It's called the Earth Wisdom Oracle. Okay, for Jisoo, we start with the oracle, the card of communication. Communication. We have the World, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that also Jisoo is very practical when faced challenges. She's, first of all, with the card of communication, she faces the problem. She's like, okay, I have this issue with this person, I'm going to go and talk to this person. Like, I need to know what is going on. Like, I need information. Like, and I also, before I finish this challenge, I need to let the other person know how I feel. So she's very communicative. She's very communicative. She uses communication to, I think that there's something about her maybe thinking like, okay, I want to let it all out, so there will not be a misunderstanding in the future. Probably the communication, it depends on how the other person takes it, but then that's the responsibility of the other half. But probably, there's something about her that also she doesn't get involved. So I think that, I don't know why, I think that maybe her challenges, or there's something about probably these challenges having something to do more with what you said about me or what I said about you, that you find out, like, because it says communication. So there's something about like, oh, I heard what you said about me, or the other day you said this and I heard this and I understood this, and I didn't like it. So there's something about her, confronting whoever she has an issue with. And it's like, the only way that we can advance in this is that if we address this. So let's sit down and talk. Honestly, I don't think that she spends a lot of time talking, like I'm so communicative or I'm so talkative and I want to talk and talk and talk. No, I think that she's much more, she goes straight to the point. Which I think that there's something about maybe people taking this the wrong way. It's like, yeah, you said all this, but you didn't take into consideration how I was feeling. So there's something about her maybe coming off a bit, aggressive communicatively, like because she's so eager to clear the air or say what she wants to say, that maybe the other part is like, yeah, but you didn't understand why I said this, or there's like a lack of empathy here. But it's just that for her, probably it's very awkward, and I don't know why. It seems like she always has this issue. I don't know why. I think that it could be with other females because we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the World in the middle and the Three of Pentacles. So it does give me inside the group or inside a friends group, inside her family. There's something about, a group, a community, a small community of three or four people, where she's like, I'm not going to let this get very far. Like I'm letting you know how I feel about this. So if you have something to say to me, say it to my face. She's very, very straightforward. And actually it's not surprising because, every time I read for Jisoo, I get this Page of Swords. I don't remember if she gets the Queen of Swords sometimes, but she gets very much the Page of Swords. So it seems like she's very analytical, and also probably she remembers things very well. So she's like, okay, this is what's going on. This is how I feel. This is what I'm expressing. I need to let you know so we can advance because I cannot waste time. Actually, she's very practical. She doesn't do it from a place of like, oh, you hurt my feelings. No, it's more so she can advance as well. Because with the Three of Pentacles, it gives me that if this is in the workplace, it's like, if we don't resolve this, it's going to affect my productivity and I don't want it. So, yeah. Because with the World card, definitely she's like, this is a cycle that I go through every now and then. I go through this. I go through this cycle where I have, I don't know why, I feel this strong feeling of like I have issues with other girls. Not because she is in a girl group, but probably she has friends that, a group of girlfriends, there's also drama. And she's like probably the only one that is very straightforward with communication. And she's like, okay, let's talk. Because I heard that you said that about me, but I would appreciate it if you said it to my face, so we can end this, so I can move on because I need to get back to work. So definitely for her it's like, don't mess up my productivity because I'm busy. I have to work. So yeah. Hey Akira. Okay, I'm going to continue with Treasure Haruto. Okay, how does Haruto react when when facing challenges? We have the card of divine connection. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, for Haruto, I think that he's very strong. I think that not much like challenges move him. Actually, I see him very centered in himself, not actually being freaking out over anything, any kind of challenge. He's actually very stable. Like there's something about him not moving. Like it's like you're not going to get me to mess my routine or change things. No, he's just in there. He's like a rock. He's watching you. He's observing you. If you're complaining to him about something, he's looking at you like this. Like he also has like a bit of royalty in him, a royal attitude, because he has the King of Pentacles, so you don't move him. It's like he's like, yeah, I'm listening to you. You have an issue with me, or there's something wrong and we have to fix it, but I'm not going to freak out. There must be a solution ahead. We'll wait. He's just patient. He's not. But also inside this King of Pentacles, there's something about him. He's a very spiritual person inside, actually, Haruto. With divine connection, I think that inside he is a believer. He is a believer in connections. I think that he probably adds a certain attribute to the people that he meets. And he's like, well, I met these people, all these people enter into my life because they are special, and they have something to teach me, and he's very sensitive. He's a very sensitive person. He probably doesn't show it. He doesn't show it because we have the King of Pentacles, so definitely he's a very ambitious person, very practical, not very emotional, like in the sense that he doesn't show his emotions. But I think that inside there's a part of him where he actually believes in divine connections, or he believes that the people that you meet in your life, even if these people create chaos around you, or if these people bring drama, he's like, well, they are part of my life, and so they are teaching me something. They are part of my life, so I take it. I take it as a sign. I sort of understand why they are in my life, and they are teaching me this. So he is a dreamer. There's something about him being a dreamer as well. And probably in love, he's also like this. He probably believes in soulmates, or there's something about like, okay, when I meet this person, I'm going to feel a certain way. Very sensitive inside. It's just that when it comes to challenges, yeah, he just stays just very stable, focused on his work, or focused on his possessions, or on his part. If he has a responsibility in something, he's just very stable. It's really hard to get Haruto to feel worried or to feel threatened. He's like, oh my God, something is coming. Oh, change is coming, and no. No. But I would say, with the Page of Swords here, I think that if the challenges are very heavy and consistent, I could sort of see him like reacting and saying something to certain people to make them stop. So he could have this very brutal honesty, or he could just say something just being very raw and honest, and just a bit sharp, sort of like not measuring his words and putting people in their places. Which I think that also with this image of the King of Pentacles, someone that you cannot move him, you cannot impact him. There's something about him having this poker face also while he's saying something maybe a bit hurtful to you. He has a part that he's a bit of a warrior as well. I think that he's like an OBS kind of person. Probably he can talk a bit prematurely. Maybe he can talk a bit prematurely, or say something that people are like, it was better that you stayed like the queen, like the king of pentacles, just all, majestic and just remaining, silent. But it's like, from time to time he will attack. He will say something verbally. He will say something, and he will offend someone, because he's like, well, you are attacking me. So, at the end, you got what you wanted. You wanted me to say something. Okay, here it is. Here, boom. Probably what he says is not going to be well received. But yeah, he's a very tough guy. He's like, I will overcome this. But probably there's something about him. Maybe probably he's very young also. I don't know how old he is. But there's something about him, having this, having this sort of ego, where he's like, I don't see myself as like I'm the one causing this. Actually, this is what is going on around me. I don't see how I'm, responsible for this. So this is why I'm not moving from here. I'm not changing. I'm not freaking out. I'm not apologizing. Maybe I'm saying certain things, but I say certain things because you push me to answer to you. So I tell you how I feel. But yeah. Okay. I'm going to continue with NCT leaders, Taeyeon, Kun, and Sion. I'm going to make this brief because these are 3 people of one group. So yeah, I'm going to pull 1 for Taeyeon, 1 for Kun, and 1 for Sion. And then from the tarot, I'm also going to add 3. Okay, how do these idols react when facing challenges? Okay. Okay. Very fitting, actually. Very fitting. Okay. For NCT Taeyeon, the leader of NCT 127, or NCT as a whole, we have the card of prosperity. Prosperity and 7 of Wands. For Kun, the leader of Wave B, we have blessed sight. And we have the King of Cups. And for Sion, the leader of NCT Wish, we have the card of nurture. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Very nice, actually. Very nice. Very much in sync, I would say. Very much in sync. Different styles of, attitude, I would say, but I think that all of them go to protect the same. That is like the stability of the group, to sort of sustain the group, I would say, or the group's dynamic. In the case of Taeyeon, I could see Taeyeon just maybe bringing much more force. I can see Taeyeon literally defending the group, literally, like with the Seven of Wands, his energy is like, I defend. You don't mess with my people. Also, with the card of prosperity, you know, he is a person that definitely he sees the value of the group. He is part of this prosperity. He feels like the group is very prosperous, like there's a lot of potential, and this is why he gets so much on the defensive when it comes to facing challenges. And he's like, you know, we have to do something quick to change this, to defend ourselves, because we are prosperous. And because we are prosperous, we have to defend. And it's not just about defending, do something like literally. I think that it's just standing your ground. I think that for him it's like, you know, you don't back down when people are accusing you, or, you know, you stay sort of showing them that you know your worth, that you know that you're prosperous. You know, there's something about him seeing his group as a very prosperous unit. So he's like, you know, we have to, I have to defend them. I have to, you know, stand strong for them. Like no one is moving me from here. And probably with NCT 127, maybe he went through certain different moments of challenges. So he's much more ready. And I don't know, I think that there's something about him showing up for the group. It's like, you know, showing his face. Like there's something about him being like, okay, yeah, I'm the leader. Like I will defend them. I'm the leader. I take the responsibility. Like attack me, but don't attack them. So definitely I see him much more like putting the body, I would say, to even defend the group or defend the group's name. Like I see him very much involved. Or maybe even defending the group from themselves, like if there are certain members arguing, you know, him getting in the middle and putting himself in the middle to make it stop. Because he's like, remember guys, we are prosperous. We are prosperous. Don't let anyone like ruin our prosperity. We work really hard for this. In the case of Kun, Kun is much more like sweet, like a mother Venusian kind of vibe, because we have a woman here, blessed side. So he's and also the King of Cups. I'm not saying that, you know, his experience with Wavy is like, you know, a park full of roses and he's just walking through the roses, you know, everything is beautiful. No, but I think that maybe Kun's strategy is to be accepting of the challenges, to adapt, to be changeable, to protect also the group, but from a place of like, okay, I'm taking care of you as if I was your mother. So instead of me showing that, you know, I'm feeling nervous or that I'm rigid or that, you know, I'm getting out of control or I'm getting a certain way because I'm worried, because I'm stressed. No, I think that he takes challenges as a way of, let's see things differently. Like, I will not let these challenges like change the way I show up for the members. You know, he's so committed, but also he's like, I am a gentle leader. Like probably his type of leadership is a bit much more understanding, or he probably can, you know, point out certain things, but he does it from a place of not authoritarian, but he does it from a place of like, okay, I understand you, you're having this issue, I understand, I'm listening to you, but at the same time, you know, I need you to change this for me. Can you do this? While holding the member's hand. You know, he's so good. It seems like he's seducing you. But yeah, he's sort of manipulating, because there's a lot of water. So I think that he has, he has the right. Sorry, guys, I'm back. But yeah, but because we have with the oracle card a blessed side. I think that there's something, I don't know, maybe for Kuhn's experience, maybe he has a blessed side because maybe he had the experience or the time to observe the industry, observe dynamics, observe power dynamics, or maybe he had the opportunity to travel more, to exercise what kind of leader he wanted to be. And there's something about him deciding that his style is going to be much more loving and accepting. And also, I think that there's something about him also changing in himself and being like, in moments of challenge, I will not get like, I will not be, I will not become a villain or a dictator or someone bossy or someone unpleasant just because I'm having a bad day. There's something about him not wanting to use his power or influence to push the others to do what he wants. Because I think that there's a lot of pressure being him. Probably there's he often gets bad news or just like news that maybe you don't want to hear, and he's like, he feels responsible, but he probably sometimes he maybe sugarcoats a bit things for the guys because he doesn't want to hurt them. So this is more like an overprotective kind of leader. He's a kind of leader that he's like, with blessed side, he's like, we will have better days. I believe better days will come. He is a believer. He's a very sensitive man. So, this is how he exudes this leadership. It's like, I am emotional and I'm responsible and I'm nice. I'm a caretaker. There's something about him just being very sweet, very overprotective. It's like, I don't want to talk, I don't want to be bossy to the guys. I don't want to pressure them. I don't want them to see me worried. I don't want them to see me even having a bad day. There's something about him, changing himself. This is why he has the King of Cups. He molds himself to be this very righteous person, but also very like, you can trust me. He's like the cool boss, that you can go and tell him your problems and he will listen to you. A good listener also. And for Sion, how does he face challenges? For Sion, we have nurture, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is another one that it gives me, this is like very earth element all the way. Earth element with nurture, with the Ten of Pentacles. He is so overprotective of resources. Like, with the Ten of Pentacles, definitely he has a huge respect for the legacy of NCT. Not just NCT, maybe also for the company. So there's something about him also knowing, like, we are important, we are part of this project that is very important, there's a lot of resources for us. We enter this and we are already in this very stable place, there's a lot of things available for us. We have people that are helping us out. We are not alone. When our group succeeds, is because of the others that came before us. So, there's something about him being very proud of his legacy, and probably for him is that, yeah, maybe he follows the rules very, very religiously, I would say. Also with nurture, he's also a bit on denial. I would say that he hasn't faced that many challenges in his career, at least, or probably even in his life. There's something about him also, just being very optimistic. There's something about him being like, oh yeah, everything is cool. But I mean, NCT Wish is a very new group. So he probably had seen just nice things, or he had nice experiences, or maybe he had the opportunity of being well received. Maybe he did gave certain feedbacks, or he gave certain recommendations, and people just took them. But I think that for Sion, his style, I mean, he's not worried, because definitely he has like a whole family. Like there's like a whole system that he's part of. He's like, it's not about me, actually. It's more about us, about all of us. So him probably just being, at almost like at the end, being one of the last groups that were created. There's something about him feeling like he has to honor and contribute to this legacy, and also, just like Taeyeon said at first with the card of prosperity and the Seven of Wands, it's like we have to protect our prosperity. We have to protect how prosperous we are, because we do have a lot. So there's something about you also recognizing that there's other people or other groups or other idols that don't have that many opportunities, or maybe they don't have the quality of the MBs or the qualities in the world role, and they make it happen nevertheless. So there's something about Taeyong, also like, do not take for granted that all the things that fans had paid off. Fans had paid for us, like the company, the people that are working for us, what they provided for us. So they are like, we were blessed in this sense. Like we have opportunities. So this is why for Sion, there's this feeling of like, it's great to be part of this. I'm happy. And I'm going to defend this legacy. And I want to be part of the system where I support the NCT unit. I will do my best to pay respect and to also contribute to the stability of the NCT. He takes it very seriously. For him, it's an honor, but also it's a responsibility. It's just that, yeah, he does get a lot of help. So I don't see him freaking out. I see that he has a lot of company. So there's something about him going with the flow. He's also, he follows rules. So it's like whatever SM tells him, he will do it. Yes. It's Yeji. Okay. Yeji. She's a fire sign, right? Because I see it here. Okay. For Yeji, we have divine love, Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Yes, the one from It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Yeah. I think that also there's a very childlike part of her where also she believes in soulmates, or she believes that things, she believes in destiny, somehow destiny is going to put me, the universe is going to put me where I have to be, her being a strong believer of, also she's a romantic, with divine love, she's like, okay, whatever I did for love, I did it, and I did it because I believe that she wants to live this sort of fairy tale. There's something about her. I don't know if she. I feel like she's like a princess, especially because in here I see a little girl. So I sort of see that yeah, she has this very strong, dominating, Queen of Wands. So definitely you don't mess with her because she's tough. She's tough, definitely. Like if she had certain problems in the past, there's something about her. Yeah, she has a strong character, and she doesn't back down that easily. Um, I don't know if she had apologized in the past. I don't think she apologizes, but I don't know because a Queen of Wands, I don't see a Queen of Wands apologizing, but she has a strong ego, a strong sense of self. It's like, okay, yeah, I did it. There's like something very like brutally honest from her, being like, yeah, I did it because I felt like it. Very passionate woman as well. Very passionate. Very passionate. It's like whatever she did it for love, or she did it because she felt a certain way, a passion, an emotion, a connection. I don't know. But with divine love, I think that there's a bit of childlike behavior in her. I think that um, when she falls in love, she's like she doesn't see the the issues in the relationship, or she doesn't see the defects of the person. She's like, oh, that's my soulmate, or oh, this is like the romance that I've been looking for, my charming prince or my person. But then this very very imaginative or just very romantic self of hers sort of goes away, and then you see the Queen of Wands. She's very authoritarian. She's very like when there's issues, she's going to go and attack you. She's going to go like and I don't see her like attacking people. I think that she asserts her dominion. It's like if she is in love with someone, that's my person, or she likes someone that's these are my family. Like she gets very much on the defensive, and I don't see her like apologizing for being like this, because there's something about her just having this very strong and passionate energy. Maybe she has a lot of fire, so there's something about her being like, I am like this, I am like this, like I'm sorry if I offended you all, but I am a very passionate woman. Like, yeah, maybe I come off too strong sometimes, or you guys feel a bit intimidated by me, But yeah, there's challenges. I face them. Yeah, like I did something. So what? She's very honest. Also, she's like, okay, if I mess up, I apologize. I will not hide. I will not feel ashamed. Why? So she has this attitude. Maybe people. She's not. Maybe there's people that don't like her, I would say, because you will not see her, just being like this, and being apologetic and just like, oh, I didn't mean to. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm human, I made a mistake, this is how I am, I'm sorry if I offended people, I'm sorry. But yeah, sometimes I get like this, is she's very overprotective maybe she's a bit jealous also. Yeah, she has some jealousy, yeah. Maybe jealousy, maybe a bit of, bit dominant with her partner, so yeah. Yeah, but also the Six of Pentacles. I think that there's something about her also asking a bit of retribution, in the sense that it's like, yeah, you guys judge me so hard because I don't back down, and because I'm a woman, or I am someone that you see, like, but what about the other half? What about the other half? You don't know about the other half, the other person. Like, the other person also has responsibility of why I behave like this. There's something with the Six of Pentacles that I think that it has to do that, sometimes these things happen, especially when, there's like a couple, and you have like the most straightforward one is usually the ones that they are like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm telling you, this is what happened. Okay, I'm facing this challenge. But then you have the quiet one in the relationship that sort of wants to get away with murder, acting dumb, or being silent, or just recluding, and being like, oh no, someone forced me to do this, and they go quietly, so people focus more on the person that is more exposed. So I think that this is what happens with her. Maybe she sometimes had associations with people that were a bit cowardly, that weren't that involved in connections with her, or even in businesses with her. So since she's like, I don't want to say she's like the most famous one, but there's something about her, just maybe people just being fixated on her image or her personality, and people calling her out and calling her names. But you don't say anything about the other half. The other half also has responsibility. So the Six of Pentacles, it also has to do with like, okay, if we are going to judge someone about like how they react when they are being faced with challenges, like, yeah, you're going to attack her first because she comes, and she sort of tells you, yeah, this is what happens. I am like this, but the other part, what about the other part? Like I tell you, relationships or contracts or businesses, it's all 50-50. The other part also has the possibility to be like, I don't want to do this. So I think that with the Six of Pentacles, she's also learning at this point, is like, first of all, that maybe she should date people that are a bit much more like her, because she has a lot of character. She has a lot of personality. So I think that she should associate, not just dating. I think that it also has to do with who she has businesses with. It's like, first of all, don't date weak men. Second, don't associate with weak people. Like, look out, be much more intelligent, not so outgoing, because it seems like she froze herself at relationships or new projects. She puts her whole self, she exposes herself, she puts everything on herself. But at the end, she is the one that gets, probably the more backlash. So with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, the cards are not saying like you cannot be yourself, because actually with the Queen of Wands is showing me that, her being honest, or her showing up the way she is, with flaws, with defects, or with certain things to work, because she can work and be better. She can actually overcome a lot of her challenges and come back. Because she will always be this Queen of Wands. You cannot bring her down. She will come back. You may not like her, but she will come back strong. Because she's a strong woman. She's a strong woman. But the Six of Pentacles is like also, like, when there's challenges, focus on, resolving the exact issue, and that's it. Take your part of the responsibility, and then, move on. Let the others handle this. But just give with measure. Don't give it all of yourself, because she's so passionate that she gets really involved in everything that she does. In relationships, projects, she's so passionate that she gets so involved. But the cards are like, you are a queen at the end. You are royalty. So you do have to administrate your energy better, especially in challenging times. Because then they will always pick on her. They will always pick on her because she's like the one that draws more attention. So it's easier to put her like the bad guy, because she's actually the one that is raising her hand and be like, yeah, I did this. Like, yeah. But the Six of Pentacles is like, choose better. Choose better. She has to choose better associations, definitely, because I see that whatever challenge she faced in the past, it has to do with her being more invested than the other person. So this is why she decided, okay, I have to do more, say more, react more, because the other part was like asleep, napping, just taking a nap while being in a relationship with her. And she was looking for emotions, make me feel alive, make me feel like you really care about me, But definitely with divine love, she's a romantic. She's a romantic. She probably, when she falls in love, she sees the person like, oh, this man is the best, and he's going to make me happy, and we are going to live forever. Like, she is a dreamer. She believes in soulmates, or she believes like, oh yeah, yeah, we have challenges, but I guess that when you are meant to be with someone, you have to be strong and face these challenges together. There's a little girl inside of her that she's like a romantic. She's a romantic. It's just that she's intense. She's intense. She's not someone that you ignore. Definitely not. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yes. Yeah, it's like, don't date weak men, sorry, but she's too much of a woman. Too much of a woman. When I saw this queen, but with the divine love, I think that she just wants to be loved. It's just that maybe she got a bit, fed up, a bit of, being with an emotionless, or maybe even not in a attractive connection. When you want to feel the passion, the love, I don't know. And I think that probably at first maybe she felt all that with him, but then he started showing his true colors. Like all relationships, guys, it's like this. This is why I tell you, sometimes when we see two beautiful people or two famous people dating, do you think that because they're famous they don't have issues like we all do in relationships? They do have them. You are not dating the K-drama role that they play. You are dating a regular guy. Yes. Okay, guys. Then the last one I'm going to do, then I'm going to go, is for Riize members. And with this, I'm going to take all the members because I cannot read for all the members in particular. So I'm going to take it as a group. How do they react when they are facing challenges? Yeah. Yeah, I see it too, Akira. Okay. For Riize, we have the card of strength. Very fitting, strength. Knight of Pentacles. I think that they got the Knight of Pentacles when I read for them. And Ten of Swords. I mean, I think that their attitude is like when I read for them that I was like, because people were like, oh, how do they feel about Songhan, and this and that. Honestly, like the guys have to go back to work. They have to keep showing up and just like, I know there were people that were like, requesting for someone and they were, boycotting certain things. I know it, but honestly, the guys, the way they dealt with this is to show up to work, and they will continue to work. Definitely, this is the way they overcome. Definitely, they feel defeated. Like mentally, maybe there's a part of them that they do worry about their productivity. Because honestly, maybe I don't know. Maybe fans know about how this sort of boycott went, but they do see it. They do see maybe the numbers. Maybe certain things didn't go very well. They do acknowledge that this was like a great loss. It was like a loss, but at the same time, they have to keep working. They have a commitment with the company, with the group, with the fans, with whoever they are working for. So they cannot stop to reflect and be like, oh, this is so sad. Oh my God, I feel so sad. They have to keep advancing. They cannot skip practice. They cannot be like, oh, I don't want to go because I feel so sad that I don't want to go to practice and I don't want to go to this event that we have. I better just stay home. No, they show up anyways. They have to put the effort. They have to be consistent. They have to be responsible. There's something about them being like, yeah, we signed a contract, so we have to keep working. They are very hardworking people. So they don't have time to mourn. Definitely the Ten of Swords, they feel defeated. Like mentally, they have their worries. They are worried about their future. This is something that maybe, it's like, okay, yeah, you can worry about Seunghan, but if we think about Riize, the members that remain, they are also worried about their future. They're like, okay, what if fans stop loving us? Or what if they don't show up to see us anymore? They feel, they have it in their minds, in their unconscious mind. They are like, You know, what if one day we just show up and just like no one is there or no one cares about us anymore. So they are like, but we cannot stop. We already have a lot of commitments, we have a lot of things to do. We cannot stop. We have to keep advancing. So they are very responsible. It seems practical, definitely. The way they overcome this is going back to work, guys, because there's not room for anything else. They don't have the time to go back, to go and cry. They cannot. They have to go back to work. Definitely with the card of strengths, they are becoming stronger. They are becoming stronger. But definitely about all of these that have been going on, definitely there's a lot of worries in their minds. They probably feel nervousness, they feel a bit on the defensive, or they feel a bit like troubled by like what if one day we show up because we have to keep working, you know, what if one day we do a fan sign, I don't know, and no one shows up, you know, I fear this. Is my worst nightmare. What if this happens? You know, it's like their mentality, they are very strong. They will not show weakness, but inside, even though they keep advancing, there's this fear of, what if one day we don't have an audience anymore? You know, what about us? You know, so yeah, definitely they are very strong. They are very strong. They believe in effort. They believe in showing up. They are a bit worried about the future, honestly. But they are like, you know, we will keep moving. If people like what we do, they will show up, they will support us. But if you don't, we understand too. Definitely this whole situation is making them stronger, and they are sort of learning that actually they are a very strong group. They are a very strong group. They went through a lot. I know you know, Riize is a fairly also a new group. They went through a lot, but they cannot hide in the shadows and just be like, oh, I feel so sorry for myself. No, definitely they worry. They worry. They are not blind. They see certain things and they're like, you know, maybe someday people will stop loving us. But we have to show up to work anyways. We have to. And this is their strength. They understand also the processes of the audience. They understand why the audience is angry or is not satisfied, or there's a lot of demands. They do get it. This is why with the Knight of Pentacles, they go slow. They go to work. They go back to work respectfully. But they continue working. Because it's like, you know, the ones that we have to sort of follow the rules. We have to follow our, you know, our jobs, our schedule, what we have assigned for us. We have to work. There's not a free day to suffer, you know, but definitely the worry is in there. It had affected them. Maybe they had seen certain things or read certain things, and they do worry about the group. But they will remain strong. They will remain strong. But yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is the last one, Fluffy. The last one that I'm going to read for Riize. We're going to let them be, give them a proper rest, and yeah. Let's leave them. Leave them alone for a while. Because the energies And also, it's much more of what I said already. Like, definitely the guys are very committed to their work. They will go and they will work. I don't know, maybe people expect them to do something different, but they are like, I cannot skip class. I am committed to this. No, I think she's going to Boston 2025. No, 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 no. I'm going to give it a bit of room for Riize, Yashoda. Because I believe that when the Sunghan situation happened, after we got the disappointment that he was not going back, I read for him and the members. So something I did say about the future of Riize. That is basically that they will keep working because there's money invested in them. So it's probably going to be a comeback. There's going to be activities. So yeah. Yeah, but on Saturday I was thinking, yeah, it's beautiful. The Earth Wisdom is beautiful. It has, it doesn't have many cards. It's very actually it has very few cards. That's why I don't use it that much because it has 32 cards, 32. And I don't know why it seemed like a few. But yeah, I was thinking, guys, what day is it on Saturday? Because next Wednesday is already Christmas, right? It's Stray Kids is on Friday. The 21st. On Saturday, what I can do, I'm going to create a post. I don't know if you guys agree. And I'm going to do some general reading 2025 for the, I don't want to say like the least favorite groups, but probably I'm going to do a accumulation of requests of groups that probably sometimes they don't get their video. So they will get the readings while I'm doing the live stream. And it also helps me to save time. Because honestly, the videos for the channel, I do them now because I have time, but I don't know until when I will have time to deliver. This is why, sometimes for people that don't know, I started doing live stream because since I didn't have much time to, post videos about readings, I do the live streams. So in the live streams, I do the readings that you guys request. But I was thinking that for 2025, to include not only groups, but probably the soloists, or maybe there's some, I don't know, your favorite actors, actresses, and you guys were like, okay, yeah, I want to know now, or I want to see it's not that popular, or it's my personal recommendation. I want a reading for this person, and I can do this on Saturday. Yeah, least famous groups. Yeah, Christmas is on Wednesday, so I don't know if I'm going to go live on Christmas. Maybe I can. Let's see. But, I would want to do maybe I could get sort of a live stream to say Merry Christmas to you guys instead of just pulling cards. But I don't know, you guys, maybe you are watching, you are resting, or you're going on holidays, you're going somewhere. So I don't know if doing a live stream on the 2025. Yeah, it's just that I think that it's also because of the time, Fluffy. I'm trying to do for a week. I'm trying to do two readings for week. two readings in 1 week, but I'm sure there's going to be some people that I'm going to be leaving out. So I prefer to do a live stream and do the general readings while we are on the live stream. I won't be there for Christmas Day. No, yes, it's just that it's a holiday to spend with your family. Yeah, with your family, with your loved ones, whatever you want to be. Like, just, you know, yeah. I think that, yeah, let's do this. Because I don't want to miss groups, I know there's people that they want the reading for the groups, and I cannot promise them like, yeah, I will, maybe not this week, not the other, maybe on January, maybe on February. So yeah, to do this Saturday, it will be better for me. So I feel more productive. I feel like I will do certain people, and not just like less famous groups. I think that it's just that the groups that maybe like sometimes they are not that mentioned in the group, or maybe they don't have many fans in my community, but we know that they are important. Can I ask how Kari is doing? I was going crazy when I saw the post in Discord. Um, um, Now I have to go and check on her because I left her with my dad because she's chasing Negrita, and like she's chasing Negrita all and there's something about her just being very aggressive. Like she plays by herself, but she, even today, like I had a lot of scratches, um, because there's a moment where she gets crazy and she wants to bite you or just scratch you, and she has her actually her nails are very sharp. But she has a lot of energy, so sometimes it seems like she fights. I gave her a little ball and a little toy, and she gets very like energetic, and she bites it, and she gets very destructive, I would say. um, and she wants to bite Negrita's tail, and Negrita gets just on the defensive, and she starts like kissing at her, like Negrita gets like, no, because she bites really hard. Like she's really a menace. She's really a menace. Today she bite me here. She made me bleed. I don't know how. She was like waiting for a chance. She jumped on my hand and she bite my hand. She wouldn't let go of me. And I would push her away and she would come back. So I'm not used to such an aggressive cat. But yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. The thing that I'm giving her the drops, the medicine for the parasites, that I do have to give this to her. I have to give her 3 days in a row. Then I have to rest 15 days. I have to resume and give her another 3 days. I have to wake her and then taking her back to the bed to see, how if she's progressing with that, and then we move on to the shots. But she has a lot of fleas. That's another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, because she has a lot of fleas. Yesterday, the vet, they put a bit of, with a spray, they sprayed something on her. But the last 2 nights, like, because she's so tiny, like she slept on my bed. But I woke up all scratching. Like I also am allergic to bug bites. For example, if a mosquito bites me, like I get all like red. So I am very sensitive to fleas or those things. I remember Luna used to get them, and I would also have to, get the mattress, like get it out to air it, and to, get that sort of like that that thing that liquid that is to spray, and also to mop to clean the floors with that, because once fleas get in your belongings, it's like it's really hard to get rid of them. And I think that for Kali, she's also very much infected with those fleas. It's just that she's so tiny, and we cannot give her. I was talking to the vet yesterday. I was like, I'm noticing that she's still scratching. And she's like, I was like, I'm going to buy the spray that you put on her. So can I, put it on her if I see that she's scratching too much? And she's like, you can buy it, but this is being, you have to put this liquid on her for every 15 days. It's not something that you put every day, So I have to be careful also with that. But she has a lot of fleas, and I'm allergic. So I cannot let her sleep in my bedroom. I cannot let her. Unfortunately, she's going to meow all night, but I have to let her somewhere else, in a different room, because I had been scratching myself, like I had been very sensitive with that. Yeah, Jerry does that with Tommy's tail. Kali, the guys of distraction, exactly. I think that I nailed it with the. I also I put that on myself. Like I went from Luna, that Luna was moon, means moon. I went from moon to to a Kali, a goddess of distraction. What have I gotten myself into? Uh, I have to comb her. Okay, I'm going to do that. Yeah, Yashoda, you're very right about that. Because for Luna, you also she, I remember that also fleas used to get to her and they wouldn't leave her. I remember the collar was the only one that stopped the fleas. Yeah. But because Kali is so tiny, I bought actually a collar for her. It's moving, like I even had to do like new holes in it, because her neck is so tiny, like she's like this. She's very tiny yet, so I will have to wait a bit to get that anti-flea color. Yeah, I think that it will be the only solution, because I don't think that the other are going to be effective, but I will have to wait a bit until she gets a bit like bigger, because she's very tiny yet. I think she's a Libra, but I don't know, because the person that had her, they don't remember. I have to ask her again. I have to ask her again. I don't know yet. I think she's a Scorpio. I don't think she's a Libra. But she's tiny. She's tiny. Now I have to go. I will go in a few moments after I finish. I will go. I will buy her a bit of maternal milk, like milk for kittens. She already has she eats she eats Negrita's food, Negrita's dry food. So, and Negrita also wants to eat her food, her like the kitten's dry food. So they eat each other's food. She's eating very well, but yeah, I want to buy her a bit of milk to give her with. I have a tiny bottle that I remember that one used to belong to Negrita, because when she wakes up in the morning, it looks like she's looking for her mom. She's looking for her mom's milk. because she comes to me and she wants to like she wants to bite me, but I think that she's looking for, to be breastfed, so I feel so sorry for her because she's so tiny. She's very small, and she has been with her mom. So I want to give. I will not give her that much milk, but just to give her, the experience, because poor thing, she's looking for her mom. Maybe she has more aggressive placements, but two air sign cats, promising for them to get along. What worked for my cats in the past was combing them every day, several times a day, until they came out clean, and no cleans for a year. Yeah, I will do that. I will do that, Akira. And also that thing for the skin, the spray is so expensive. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I will wait the 15 days because I don't have that much money. Like everything is expensive for baby kittens. A lot of money I spent. But I was like, I had to do a course this Saturday. I had to attend also a training course, and I haven't paid yet. So, but what I had said, they gave me the kitten already. So I was like, I will not go to that class. Sorry, I will, maybe go on January. But because now, I have other expenses, I have to buy a lot of things for um, for for the baby. So yeah. Is she getting used to the house, the people around her, Negrita? Yes, yes. She's going to rule Negrita. Negrita is like, she hasn't blinked twice since since Cali came. She's like looking at her, like, what is this tiny thing that is jumping around? She even gets like, there's cement outside my door. There's cement, but it's like an old floor. So I don't know how she does it. She took a side of the floor that it was a bit like, destroyed. She took like a small stone and she started playing with the stone. So she's a destroyer, definitely a destroyer. She plays with my dad. She loves to chase him, like, and she's so tiny. She's like this, and she goes around every. Also, things you put on their skin kills flea. It won't kill the cat, but you can tell so strong. It's so strong. It can damage them because they lick themselves. Yeah, especially the anti-freeze color. It's so strong, the scent that it has. Of course, it's so effective, but initially it smells. It smells. Yeah, today everything is so commercial. Here, vets charge more than doctors charge for humans. Oh, treated my doggy with pediatric medication from childhood, and now she's 16 years old. Ah, 16. They don't get grumpy with each other. I don't know. Nerita is like, she's like, yeah, I let you be next to me, but it's just that the other one like wants to bite her, and I think that if it was like a more chill cat, Nerita would take her in. Like she would be like, she's like, okay, I see that Nerita wants to sort of like, pet her, like not lick her, like clean her. But the other one is so energetic that she gets on the defensive like this. So Nerita is like, okay, okay, like there's like both of them are very very awkward yet because the other one is too energetic, a bit aggressive. She scratches a lot, and Nerita is like, okay, what do I do with this crazy thing here? But she's very interested. She's so interested. She's so interested, like, because the other one is a tiny thing, like going around. So Negrita is like, what is going on here? Like She's curious about her. She's curious. But yeah, it's a letter destroyer. A letter destroyer. Definitely she will have to calm down. She will have to calm down because also I don't allow my cats to be aggressive. Like I don't play, this is one thing that my dad has that bad costume, that he plays with the cat. With Negrita he used to be like that. He used to play, to sort of like, and they get very motivated, they get so excited playing like that, that they start scratching you. They start scratching you, biting you, because they get very excited doing this. And they're like, oh yeah, let's do this, until they make you bleed. And I don't let them do that. I don't let them do it. Instantly, I put them in their places. I make signs or I make sounds. I even seize at them. Like I made sounds or I do certain movements so they know that they cannot continue doing that. Yeah, yeah. Because if you let them, if you play with them, they get used to it. They are like, oh yeah, she will endure it. I will bite her. My cat just kind of growls at any other cat she comes across. She grows. She still grows. Yeah, she still grows at Kali. She still grows, especially because Kali does certain moves that it seems like she's going to jump on her, and so Negrita gets very much like, what are you doing? If you attack me, I'm going to attack you, something like this. But if the other one remains still and just a bit submissive, Negrita gets closer, and it seems like she wants to clean her. But the other one is so nervous. I don't know how to explain this. That they still hasn't been able to, both of them are like the typical black cats, are all about, cleaning each other, because even the tiny one, she cleans me even. But they have to find a balance, because this one is so energetic. Ah. Ah. Really? Because Negrita used to clean Luna, and Luna actually, she would like it. But Luna would never clean Negrita, because she's never was that type of cat. Negrita even she even cleans me. Like sometimes I'm like, don't do that because you're going to swallow a bit of my hair. But she tries, she licks you. She's such an affectionate. This is one thing that the black cats have. They are so affectionate, so affectionate. I never had cats that were that affectionate. Negrita, not Negrita, Luna was not very affectionate. She would let you give her a bit of love, but just a bit. The other cat, Preta, that I had before her, she wasn't even also that demonstrative or that sweet. A bit of queen behavior, very detached. But for me, the black cats now that we own are the most affectionate I see so far. She keeps her guard up with the wolf nerves. Makes sense. It's so cute that she wants to lick her though. At least for most of them. That's why after the affection they start fighting and beating. Yeah, it's like yeah. Also, I think that for Luna, when Negrita used to like try to clean her, sometimes if she would be too insistent, Luna would sort of like hit her. They would be like, stop it, you are doing too much. But I kind of get it now, because Negrita has been doing that to me. She has been like, sort of, it seems like she wants to be affectionate with me, but then she gets too affectionate and she wants to bite me. And that's where, I'm like, stop it. But yeah, I think that they get very like I was like, like they get very excited, like from the kisses, and they get very aggressive all of a sudden. It's not the cute anymore. Yeah, I thought it was a sign of nurturing, which could be a form of motherly authority, I suppose. Yeah. I remember I used to tell Luna, I was like, look, you using your younger sister to to clean you, and you never clean her back. Negrita has always been very hardworking, cleaning everyone, but no one cleans Negrita. I was like, you're using your little sister. Same, my cat bites me too. When she gets so affectionate, not just little bites, but she's like trying to tear a piece of it. Yeah, yeah. I was like, what are you doing? Like, no. Okay, guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to go and see the baby because, I know that my dad is around. I know that but just in case, we have to take turns because honestly, taking care of a tiny animal is a bit stressful. Like, you have to pay attention. You have to check where they are because they get into the very small places, and it's really hard to find them there. And so, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all the love and support to welcome Kali. Everything has been happening very fast, but yeah, I understood the person that gave her to me. They were like, we cannot have her anymore. So yeah, do you want her or not? Because we cannot have her anymore. They were having issues with the person owner of the place, because apparently there had been other kittens appearing that no one knows where they are, or where they are from. So they were a bit worried and out of resources, and so yeah. So I was like, okay, I will do my part. Give me the cat. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for all the support and the wishes. Yeah, yeah, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you on Saturday, and we will do the 2025 readings for the groups. And also, if there's some news or something going on, I will read on that too. Okay, so yeah, I will get me a huge bottle of water. So yeah, it's going to be a long live stream, but yeah, before Christmas, I want to, get ahead with certain readings. So thank you guys. Have a lovely week. Thank you. Bye.